Leader, I wish to voice a concern I have, which is shared by many others, on the decision to use student accommodation to house Ukrainian refugees during the summer months. I understand the difficulties faced by government in housing and providing for the people we have taken in, but how it would not sit well to have bedsits empty while there are those in need of them. I understand how this idea came about. The obvious concern, however, is what is in their minds of many people. What happens in September? Minister Harris has said that this accommodation is to be made available in the short term to allow time for other options to be put in place. If that happens and everything goes off without a hitch, then wonderful. But we've never had to look too far in this country to see the short-term solutions which have lingered long past their due date. And that, of course, is simply not an option here. The apprehension is that things do not all go according to plan. Long-term accommodation is not found for everyone who needs it, and someone, either the government, the university or other, is put in the position of having to evict refugees from student housing. That, or students who have paid for their housing cannot use it as it is occupied. Either way, the government may well have to put the Irish people and our resident Ukrainians on a public opinion collision course. Already we have seen a significant amount of public discourse on the concerted efforts of government to house the refugees we have taken in, which be in contrast with the apparent lack of similar effort made in relation to the homelessness crisis. The prevailing thought is, well, if they can do that for them, why can't they do it for us? And a them and us mentality is the last thing we need in this situation. But I fear that this decision in relation to student accommodation may end up pushing us in the wrong direction. At this stage, it is too late to go back on the decision, but my warning to government is that you better have a long-term solution ready in time, or in 5 months' time we could find ourselves in a very, very sticky situation. Thank you.
Senator Keogan sent her congratulations to the undisputed champion boxer Katie Taylor, and I'm sure we'd all join with you in wishing Katie well. I think she's done a phenomenal service to the sport of boxing and to girls and women in boxing, and her achievements, I think, will be hard beat by subsequent women coming through, but she's done fantastic work. And you also spoke about the use of student accommodation for Ukrainian refugees and have raised concerns around what happens in September. And I know that the Minister has said that it is a short-term solution, but obviously we do need to ensure as well that we have accommodation for students. So I think we'll have to wait and hope that we can find more permanent solutions for those people that are fleeing the war. But it probably is a good use of that accommodation. It would be, I think, wrong to leave it empty when we have so many people looking for somewhere to stay as they flee that war, and they need our support. So, but take on board the concerns around students as well for September onwards.